Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battles below. They're playing under the Championship Battle Rules, which are the equivalent rule sets of the VGC 2019 season. We are going to finish up this week with the Yveltal, Solgaleo, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Abomasnow, and Raichu team that we started off. We're going to play it next week as well. It's been a lot of fun playing so far. We've had a bit of a hiccup though yesterday in our last episode. Go back and check that. And like I said at the end of yesterday's episode, I do feel like that was just down to team selection, nothing else. And it was definitely a match that we could have won. So not to hinder our thoughts on the team overall, because I think it's doing very well. It's just we need to be a bit more careful when we're selecting Pokemon, and more the Incineroar slot does feel like it's something that we could maybe look at replacing for something else, because we're not really utilizing it too much. But let's get into today's episode, and we need to select some music. Let's go for, what are we going to go for? League Tile Defense, one of my favorites, and our first opponent popping up. Remember guys, if you enjoy the content, do smash that like button and do subscribe to the channel. So we've got our first opponent of the day playing a team of Crobat, Xerneas, Solgaleo, Tapu Koko, Ludicolo, and Incineroar. So what are we looking at? Nice combination as well between the Solgaleo, the Xerneas, one that we don't see too often here, and probably paired up against R2 restricteds. They've probably got a little more of an edge because of the Xerneas putting on so much pressure against Yveltal, but Yveltal does put the pressure on the Solgaleo at the same time. So if we can just use our Pokemon, utilize our Pokemon as well as we can, then we should be alright here. So you've got the double fake out as well from the Ludicolo and Incineroar to help that Xerneas set up. The Crobat's probably a deterrent against opposing Xerneas as well, tailwind support, speed control and things like that. So what are we going to do? I feel like we can utilize Raichu here a lot with Nuzzle, because everything's kind of susceptible to that Nuzzle except the Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko we are going to have to be very careful against, but I am going to bring Raichu for sure. Do I want to bring Raichu and Solgaleo as a lead? It's not a bad lead at all. I think we bring Fini, and then do we bring Yveltal? I feel like we probably do. Yeah, it doesn't do too bad. We just got to be very careful when we actually bring it onto the field, because the Tapu Koko threatens us. Obviously the Xerneas threatens us as well, but we do have ways to kind of get around both of those Pokemon. Like Raichu is going to be very pivotal for us here, so we can't just let it go slide down so freely. We've got to play with it very smartly here, and utilize those Nuzzles when we can, and make sure that we've got it lying in the back if possible, if we've got a Yveltal out and we haven't taken care of that Tapu Koko yet. We are going to see Solgaleo from my opponent come out, and the Crobat. So like straight away we can fake out the Solgaleo and just take down that Crobat. And if my opponent does get their Tailwind up, then that's fine. They haven't got like a Kyogre in the back that's like super threatening to us. So I'm just going to do that, stop the Solgaleo getting an attack off this turn, and go for this big Zen Headbutt into the Crobat here. And we'll see what my opponent does. We might see the Solgaleo protect on my opponent's end just to avoid any damage, like double up from the fake out. And we could see a double up like from my opponent's end with like Super Fang and Super Power or something like that. And you can't discount Solgaleo ever having Flare Blitz, which it could have. We are going to see a Tailwind from the Crobat, doubling the speed on my opponent's side of the field for the next 3 turns. Solgaleo flinching, so it is the faster out of the two anyway. And there is the Papaya Berry on, Papaya on the Crobat, being able to take this attack a lot easier. So, do we bring in Fini now? Or do we bring in, do we bring in Yveltal? That's the thing, like I need to preserve Raichu, like we said at the very start. Like letting it go down too early is not ideal. I'm going to bring in Yveltal, and I'm just going to stall out these Tailwind turns a little bit if I can with our Solgaleo and just protect here. So hopefully we see a double into our Solgaleo. That would be ideal right now. Like Super Fang something into our Solgaleo. We'll take that all day long. And there's a Super Fang. Yes! And the knockoff. Yes, okay, that's all good. That's all so good for us right now. Okay, so we can match Tailwinds if we want, which is would be quite nice for us, to be honest. Or we could threaten this Solgaleo with a knockoff of our own, which probably would pick up the knockout. Kind of tempted to do that. But do we do it? Do we do it? Do we? I mean, we could probably just Tailwind. I think Tailwinding and then going into Tapu Fini. It's just because the thing is our opponent's chasing down our Solgaleo, because you've got to imagine they've got their Xerneas in the back. And once our Solgaleo goes down, the Xerneas has a great time against us. So preserving our Solgaleo here is like the smarter thing to do. Hopefully we can get our own Tailwind up. If we can, then their Tailwind will go away. It will go away, and there's a knockoff combination. Taking out Tapu Fini, down to really low health, knocking off our berry as well. But we do get the Tailwind up of our own, so that's good. And the Tailwind will run out. I think the next turn what I'm going to do is just knock off this Crobat and try. Because I've got a feeling that the Solgaleo switches out here, so I'm going to just Icy Wind. Kind of thinking that the Xerneas comes in here. The Solgaleo's got to feel threatened from our Yveltal for sure. Like, in a double up into our Yveltal's never gonna pick up the KO. I wouldn't have thought. Like, so we should be pretty safe. Just getting rid of the Crobat takes away that option for speed control. And if the Xerneas does come in, it means that we can at least Icy Wind it, reduce its speed a little bit, and maybe put ourselves into a position where we can get our Solgaleo in the following turn. No, the Icy Wind's not going to really make too much difference. Okay, so there's a Super Fang. They're going for the double up into Yveltal, which is fine. So, yeah, we'll get rid of the Crobat. And what's this Solgaleo going to do? Hopefully it chases down the Fini here. I mean, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. It does. Okay. So that gives us a free switch in this next turn to our Solgaleo. Their Tailwind should run out now. So we've got 2 turns of Tailwind, and we get our Solgaleo in of our own now. Now we put on a lot of pressure on their Solgaleo, and if the Xerneas comes in, then we've got all we need to deal with that Xerneas on the other side of the field. So Ludicolo. Okay. Not so straightforward. But I am going to knock off the Solgaleo, and I'm going to just go Zen Headbutt into the Ludi. Don't want to switch out at all yet, because I still think my opponent's priority is getting rid of our Solgaleo. Now they could fake out a Yveltal knock off our Solgaleo for sure. That could be a definite play, but I mean, going to the next turn, we're still in a good position to kind of pick up the double knockout. You've got to think this. Okay, so no, that's interesting. The Xerneas is coming in for the Ludicolo. I'm gonna try, I guess, and get the wow. No Protect. This should definitely pick up the kill. Okay. Zen Headbutt. Gonna do decent damage as well. This is all we need really. This damage here. I think we've got 1 turn of Tailwind left. So we just knock off and Sunsteel Strike into the Xerneas. We can only fake out 1 target right now. I'm pretty sure we've got, yeah. And I mean the Xerneas could potentially just protect here. And it is risky. But I mean, we're not on any risk of getting burnt because of the Misty Terrain up at the moment. So there's the fake out. Where are you going? Okay, so we get the knockoff. We stop the Geomancy. And if it goes Geomancy here, then I mean, it's like we just win, pretty much. Power Herb gone. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that's it. There's nothing my opponent can do now, because the Sunsteel Strike into that Xerneas the next turn picks up the knockout. We just target down the Ludicolo here with a knockoff and Sunsteel Strike, and then we've got enough in the back to with the Raichu to come in to deal with this Ludicolo all day long, and there's the forfeit. So my opponent, not wanting to continue, knows the match is locked up. Very good game to my opponent, but the team doing super well again and being able to kind of shut down that call. And what I suspected at the start of the week, and when I first kind of put this combination together, I do feel like this is a very strong combination. So I think it's got a lot of potential in this format. It's just a little bit frustrating that we haven't like played around with it until now. So, but it's fun and it's been good. So the main thing is I hope you guys are enjoying the content. As always, leave your comments in the comment section below, and I look forward to reading them as soon as possible. But I will say, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll start up with this team again on Monday. So until then, take care of yourselves. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for another episode. So until then, take care. Bye bye.